As you can hear, there's a lot of slurping and licking going on. Little dirty paws out in the hallway. But that's why they get out in the hallway, because I've got clean bedding on. So a bit of anxiety on the videos this morning coming out of Iceland. So I've just been talking to someone in Iceland about it. A bro in Iceland. Just general morning conversation, do you know what I mean? Like, how's work going? This is what we're being told here. What's coming from Iceland officially. Scientist advice is from Iceland that we're getting from Iceland Met Office and other sources on YouTube. A scientist is saying that they need to build a wall around the lagoon and the power station there to protect that, to sort of steer the magma flow away from the area, because it's a multi-billion pound thing. So to protect the investment, they're talking about putting a wall around it, which is going to be very expensive, isn't it? Hopefully it works, if that is the case, if prevention is the thing. If it works, then all they got to do is keep it cool, innit? If you see what I mean, otherwise it'll just melt into the magma, won't it? So it'll be back to the old tested method from history, won't it? Fire engines hosing down the water, the magma flow, like they did at the harbour one. Remember that? That's how I'd look at that situation, because it was water that saved the day, not a concrete wall. So, had the scientist forgotten that? Because concrete will melt, water cools down magma. Just saying, use of nature to counteract nature. Right, let's see how the doggies are doing. I've had my first cup of coffee. I had to put the emergency credit on because, oh dear, the heating weren't on this morning when I turned it on. How you doing, happy dogs? All good this morning, are we? Look at you, dirty paws. Been all over everyone's backs, haven't you, Mr. Hyper? Yes. There you go, just like that. He's getting all testy, isn't he? Because you're climbing on his back and he don't like it, because he's boss dog. Right, you're Hyper, are you? Waiting for your smelly old tripe. Oh dear, what we got for dinner today then, dogs? Just to start you off. Yep, that's on the floor at the moment. Stop the dirty dogs thingy. Right, so that's what you got, dogs. Can you make that last you? Can you make that last you until I get back later? Ooh, that's made you go quiet, hasn't it? You don't need the light on, do you? So we have some light on from this end as well, so I don't stand in anything. It's all nice and clean out here, isn't it? Currently. Still sitting there, the cheeky fucker. Right. No, that shifted it. Must have been a curler. Well, you've all been good, haven't you? All been out, done your thing this morning, apart from little Miss Stubborn. She decided to make me stand out there for a while, just to make sure I was woke up properly. Didn't appreciate that at all. Hadn't drunk my full coffee yet. Who done the Dunkin' Bagels thing this morning? Had a couple of scoops. And now it's just wake up normally. I've got one antidepressant left, so I'll give the doctors a call in a minute and tell them I'll be popping down there after the police station. It's that day, isn't it? So I woke up this morning, 6 AM, in prison cell mode, alert, SLI active, amped up, ding, wide awake. So I'm sort of processing all the information at the moment. From overnight. Excuse me. Yeah. All I've got to do is get there. So yeah, apparently he's the policeman that called me yesterday sounded like the one I spoke to at the window, the young one. Remember in that interview he tried to throw the racist card in there for cracking a joke in a very dry manner. An Al Murray joke. Can you repeat your name, please? Can you repeat your name, please, mate? Because I didn't get what you were saying. Okay. Good English name, then. Any more of that, you'll be charged with racist hate speech as well. What? Where did you get that from? Because I called the little dog that got bit black. Or was it because you was mumbling and I was asking you constantly to repeat your name? And then when you did say the name and I caught part of it, yeah, good old English name then. World War II joke, mate. Sounds like Polish, doesn't it? Not casting those stereotypes, but you did come here to learn to fly planes and fly planes from here to save your country, didn't you? Good old English name then, yeah? Oh, you're a hybrid. That means You understand about hybrids then? Oh. So careful with that wording about killing hybrids of bulldogs. Wording's got to be specific, hasn't it? Otherwise the human hybrids of the bulldog breed might get a little bit. You what? You know, love us, love our dogs. Kill our dogs. We kill to protect our own. Got that, Mr. Policeman, before I get there? Because I'm now on cold turkey, aren't I? No antidepressant took this morning. So be very, very careful how you deal with me today. Don't try and trick me with silly wording. I will be watching for it specifically. And I'm not in the mood for taking no crap off you either. Because I woke up in alert mode, as you can see. So, oh dear, that was a nice cup of coffee with cream, not coffee creamer, and sweetness. Nothing else up yet on YouTube. Someone's posted. Who's that? Scarcy Studio. That's why I had a look at the data this morning. For my Icelandic friend.
News. Interferogram, INSAR, for the period 28th of October, 6th of November shows that deformation in the period is around 7 centimeters. SW of MT. Thorbjorn is an offset in the deformation signal caused by fault movements by earthquakes. Approximately 1200. Earthquakes the last 24 hours. Uplift continues at a similar pace according to satellite and GPS data.
You got that
8th of November
heading down to the
updated
drain
November at 2:40 p.m.
at Ascension Islands.
Approximately 1200. Earthquakes have been measured in the last 24 hours, most of them in the area between Thorbjorn and Sillingarfjord, similar to the day before. The largest earthquake was M3.4 at 12:31 a.m. last night, just south of
There's
Thorbjorn.
Java.
The seismic
Thought I'd see it this morning.
at the same depth as before. It is likely that seismic
1 hour 33 minutes ago, so that was about 6 o'clock, wasn't it? Java 3.1. Just saying.
At a similar rate as before, according to satellite and GNSS data. Interferogram, INSAR. For the period 28th of October, 6th of November shown near vertical motion confirms this, but it also shows offsets.
That's only backfilling the energy left by the drain that happened the other day, so that's refilling as well. Underneath that you got Iceland with swarming still. Don't forget Iceland's a weak point in the mid-Atlantic ridge drain system where it comes to the surface. But once it goes on from Iceland, it recycles back into the Pacific after going down the Kamchatka Peninsula. So the Earth's rotation is what spins that energy northwards, and then it recycles back into the other one, which causes Japan, Kamchatka volcanoes to erupt at the same time. So there's volcanic stuff going on in front of Iceland in the recycle system that fuels the magnetosphere. So really, if you think about that, if that energy's successfully gone past Iceland to Kamchatka Peninsula and the Japanese island that's growing rapidly at the moment, you kind of get why it hasn't erupted yet, because something's drawing the energy on, being the other two volcanoes that are kicking off in the Pacific on the same energy paths. See, Strait of Gibraltar 1.6, Strait of Gibraltar 1.8, Chile 4.1, see, that's what's heading that way. Iceland region, that must be the one that they was talking about, the big one. It's now at a 4.5, but there's nothing before it, unless I go back a couple of pages and check, which I'm not going to waste my time with this morning, but you get how I'm looking at it. 8th, what's the date today? 9th, so that's yesterday's information.
Indicates that the volume change associated with this inflation event has reached almost 2 times the volume change associated with
so that's how I'm looking at it, just so people know how I'm reaching my conclusions. There we go. High alert, US deploys missile submarine in Middle East. Or Reckoning's Peninsula multi-view. So let's share that one.
We create delicious, nutritious, ready-to-eat meals and deliver them directly to your door. We combine cutting-edge clinical research with ancient Ayurvedic principles to learn everything we can about nutrition. We do the research and the cooking so you don't have to. We improve your health with the food you love, making your wellness goals as easy as possible. Try it. It's incredible.
Let's have a look at what Iceland looks like this morning. After the adverts, of course. Well, looks out the window and it's blue skies, cloud, bit of cloud, yeah, same as Iceland. Reckigens, multi-view live from Iceland. It's got a chat on, but you don't have to watch the chat, do you? Because that's just full of assumptions, isn't it? There you go, full screen. You can see the earthquakes as they happen in the bottom right, along with the magnitudes and everything else. Smoke that I was querying yesterday, had it explained on another video, that's the power station. So there's no actual eruption there at the moment. Got it pretty much covered, didn't they, on camera? That one looks north to south, that one looks east. I presume that one looks west. And that one's the earthquake one. Smoke's in the bottom corner. Smoke's going that way. So, go by the smoke direction. And the angle. So that one would be looking east, would it? Just looking at how the smoke's rising and going to one side. No, that one's pointing from behind that one, because the smoke's going the opposite way. It's going that way, and in that one the smoke's going that way, so that camera's behind that one. So that's just looking at the bottom one and the one above it. Smoke wise. You get how I'm working out the angles and which way the cameras are pointing, don't you? Going by the smoke cloud. Right? It's quite easy to work out. You just got to get your bearings and focus and that. So, which way is it going, that earthquake energy? Because it's hitting all the weak points first, isn't it, as it moves by. So looking from south to north on the earthquake thing, because that's the way the mid-Atlantic ridge rises up the planet, and then it goes over the pole, over the caldera that's in between Iceland and Kamchatka. There's a very big mega volcano caldera on the bottom of the ocean floor there. And the earthquake energy is hitting on both sides of that, is what I'm saying. It's hitting on Iceland, it's hitting on Kamchatka, and it's hitting Japan as well. So around the caldera, both sides of the caldera. Just pointing that out because no one's mentioned that yet. Anyone thought of looking at that? Just saying, because they might be missing what's right in the middle of it all. While they use their over the radar microwave tech that's grounding into that system as well, because they might just be agitating the one thing they've overlooked, mightn't they? And if that one goes, there's your polar cap's gone, isn't it? At the North Pole at least, which will do what? In a common sense thinking kind of way, what would that do? Wouldn't that make the Earth wobble a bit? Because it would affect the weight distribution balance of the planet on the poles. And if the north one starts getting affected and melting very, very quickly because a super caldera has blown up, oh dear, then that means you're looking at what? Think back to history. Oh, it's in the Book of Gilgamesh, isn't it? And on the writing on the wall there about the polar cap sliding off in Antarctica. That's South Pole, isn't it? After the Earth rocks and sways about like a drunkard. Oh, which means to do that, something has to affect the top of the Earth's balance, doesn't it? As it spins. So if a super caldera goes off right by the North Pole, it's going to start doing shit to the North Pole, isn't it? Oh, that's going to tip the balance of, which is going to affect the South Pole, isn't it? You see what I'm saying now? That's how I'm looking at it. Let's hope I'm wrong, eh? Because people don't write history on the walls unless they think that there's a risk of it might happen again. Wouldn't that be the correct assumption? And I use the word assumption in the broadest possible sense there. Would that be a correct way of learning from history? Maybe. 28 minutes recording time, yeah? So, no talk of any other video producing. Oh, my knee's cracking and popping already this morning. That's not a good sign for today. I'm going doctors anyway, so don't matter. By the time I've walked on it, it'll all be puffed up, won't it? All my circulation will be cut off. Dear. This coffee's a little bit, how can we put it, stronger than the other one. I'll just put it in my fucking coffee, dumbass. Just put it in my coffee cup. Definitely not wide awake yet. Let's pour that out of my coffee cup straight in the teapot then. Seems it's going to be one of them starts to the day. Rinse my cup out. Start again. Don't want a mouthful of fucking coffee drinks, do I? That'll do. I need one scoop in there because it's recycling time, isn't it? Just like earthquake energy. Oh. Let's just pour this in here. Don't need to let it settle, do I? Just pour it in there, let it drain. Get prepared though. I've had me one sheet. There's another one coming. Bit like earthquakes, isn't it? If you see what I mean. That was already locked, wasn't it? Job I spotted that though. I have to keep checking on myself. We've got some bacon. Good, good, good. Alright, let's put this down a minute. Wow, there's a big old scoop of cream. There's a fucking big spoon then, what I used this morning to do it with. One big old dessert spoon of cream. That'll do. That'll do for the flask, won't it? Ah, there's movement already. I'm just going to put my coffee cup in there, and that'll be time for me to fly. Come on, I'm stepping over dogs while I'm trying to control movement. Ah, where's my packet tin? Not going to get enough time to roll that, I don't think. Lighter in my pocket, is it? Hopefully it's just on the bed. Yep. I'll do that in a minute. Sciatic nerve issue going on, so let's get me bog roll. Shut the door. Press end of video and I'm off to the carsy.